The Alliance for Children's Rights is made up of lawyers, first and foremost, some of the best and brightest lawyers with a passion for children and child advocacy. We have about 18 or 20 lawyers on staff, and then we probably have 500 or 600 pro bono attorneys that have taken a case within the year or taking 2 or 3 or 5 cases. I'm Janis Spire, and I'm the President and CEO of the Alliance for Children's Rights. We provide free legal services and advocacy for children in poverty and foster care. We are ensuring that children get the health care, education, stability that they need. We do adoptions and education advocacy. We do direct one-on-one service as well as policy work. We've always been social service as well as legal service oriented in our approach. So often, a foster family gets a child placed in their home. They don't know anything about their history. They don't know they have asthma. They have no medical records. The way that the Alliance works is we'll get a call. Someone calls and says, I have a child living in my house and here's the needs. Very often it's the court themselves and that court-appointed attorney. They will contact us and say, I have a child in my caseload who is really not advancing or is having an issue. So here's a child and they are not developing well, delays, something's not right. We will take that case and collect whatever histories, health histories, prior education histories, if there's anything like that. We request assessments, we bring in experts to determine that there is a delay, there is a deficit, and that a service is needed. And so we come in and do those advocating for services. Education, how are they doing in school? Do they need an education advocate that is there making sure that they're advancing? Healthcare access, the kind of financial support and services that a child and a family in foster care needs. But even that adoption is where we stepped in and created our adoption project, which then became a national movement, because the children in those adoptive homes didn't have anyone really helping move that adoption forward. So it's a complicated system, but I think we're a critical piece that really helps move that child into a permanent, stable setting. So what's happening to these kids that don't get adopted, don't go back home? They're aging out at 18, and where are they going? And so we started to look at how could we support them? This is maybe the last window before they age out into what looked like homelessness and incarceration. And so we started our work around transition age youth. We were looking to help them overcome legal barriers. They had identity theft, they had no birth certificates, they had all sorts of issues that would stand in the way. Maybe for a very minor offense of a fight in a group home, they'd wind up on the delinquency side. They were kids still that were on their own and expected to make it after having a life of such trauma that we began doing some mentoring and looking at things that really required people to help them make better career choices, think about careers, think about their future, find housing, look at the limited housing that there was out there for them, and be that advocate. Our kids need mentors, they need foster parents and adoptive parents, they need job coaches, they need all sorts of things. These are kids who need love, who need stability, they need to belong. These children are ours for the caring.